Welcome back to the League 2023. I'm Puddnhead, and with me is Sharkbait. Hey, Sharkbait.
Hello.
And this is a game that I played against Treecko. Treecko is playing the Siren in the upper left. I am playing the Elementalist in the lower right. And some of you who have seen my tactics video are going to recognize this book.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love this book. Honestly, it's been a lot of fun playing and developing it.
This is the Firestorm Elementalist, which I have dubbed it tonight. Um,
It earned its name
we have to
tonight.
reset. We
Nope.
couldn't. We had a bug. We had to reset.
Oh, you ruined it. That's okay.
Yeah. We can just
Sometimes
start over, I guess.
Octagon gets weird with lag. And that is not something I can control.
All right. Come on, me. What am I doing? Flip over your mage.
Click it on
Oh.
to 5 times and you'll do
Yeah,
it real
there
fast.
we go. Oh, that's why it got paused for some reason.
Yep. No wonder it was waiting on you.
Go.
All right. So, what's your first play there?
Well, the first
those who
thing
haven't
I'm
seen.
going to do is I'm going to move up and cast Amulet and use Amulet.
Yep.
And then during Final Quick Cast, I'm going to drop Mana Lotus.
So, to not rehash the entire tactics video, but for this one, this gives him an early boost of mana so that it can set up for the large scale firestorm that we're trying to trigger later.
Yep, there it is. Amulet. Use Amulet. Get mana back. So I'm at 17. Now I'm at 15, and I'll be at 25 next round. And we
And
see
something to note
a
about Treecko,
classic
actually. Yeah.
Naya Shallow Sea
See.
up here.
I shall see. He has a fun name for this. He calls it the Lazy Siren, and I kind of like that.
Nice. I'm going to move this down since we're going to be playing in his zone pretty soon here.
Yep.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, so I'm a fan of this particular Siren build too. It's pretty cool, and Siren's actually been shown to be pretty dang nasty in the league games, at least that I've been able to see. I haven't seen too many of them get completely outclassed like she used to do.
So that was a Ritual of Kellic with a Battle Forge on that turn, basically spending 3 mana.
Yep.
Because the Battle Forge flipped a glyph, and then I used the glyph for mana. So here we go. I get my leather out. I think I've got another leather and Stormfront Elemental. Yep.
Yep.
And we see Meditation and Echo and leather.
Yep.
Siren.
This is some super economy.
Yeah. And
it's a whole different kind of economy than you.
This Siren's Call marker is going to be the bane of my existence this game.
Yep.
It's just going to be awful. So
I hadn't really considered either.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to deal with that. And previous games, I had played off script to try and flex a little bit, and I didn't know how to do that. So I did it wrong and failed. So this game, I was like, you know what? It looks like the script is going to be really bad here, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I did prep Fire Elemental instead of Iron Golem, which is what I should have done. I should have prepped Iron Golem.
I don't know. I think Fire Elemental has its uses in a particular situation like this. It's just a matter of being ready to drop the Pandemonium at the right time and being aware that
and Stormy does not
water
do well
attacks
this game.
hurt. Yeah. It can be done, but I do think that the Iron Golem may have been a better play. That's all.
So what I did that turn is I ended up, instead of gaining mana, I used the glyph to buff Stormfront Elemental to 6 dice, but I only got 1 critical damage. And Naya is going to heal that in the Shallow Sea this turn, so it was absolutely wasted attack. And Treecko was just lazing up there, being like, I'm going to get all my stuff out, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. And he has indeed Siren's Called during the last quick cast.
Yeah, that Siren's Call is going to be brutal on Stormfront, unfortunately.
Right,
but
because he can outmove an attack. So
Now,
what I'm going to do is try
yeah,
and mitigate that by double moving in here and saying, all right, you get me offline once, but after that, I'm in your zone, and unless you move toward me, I'm gonna keep shooting something. I can't shoot the siren, right? But I can shoot
right.
something. And I put a lightning ring out so that when I steal Stormfront Elemental's attack, I
You
get
do get
extra
the buff there.
damage.
Yeah, that's a cool
Yeah.
one too. Um,
I also have a
the
few other lightning spells in here, so
the fire elemental needs to be in there ASAP as well to be effective. I think it's not easy to do that. Um, it's also asking for trouble from aquatic water-based creatures.
right,
Um,
right.
but if you're going to get any kind of use out of it, I think it's better to be in the face than trying to play around the shallow sea that is effectively going to be wherever you are anyway. I don't know. It's an expensive guard. I feel like
Yeah.
if possible, getting him in there with a lesser teleport next turn might be a good play. I
Right.
don't know
I
what you
think
end up
that's
doing,
what
but
I
that's how
plan
I
to
see it.
do.
Ooh, and you do
That's what I
play the
plan
Hand
to
of
do.
Bimshala. Okay.
I do. This is to mitigate the issue with using resonance all the time.
Yep, that should help. And I assume you play the regrowth belt too. I'm considering
Yeah.
adding Hand of Bim to mine. So in fact, I'm
The
gonna go do that right
Yeah,
now while I'm
I'm
thinking
pretty sure
about
the
it.
regrowth belt. Yeah, regrowth belt goes on the forge instantly during planning.
Yeah.
And now
So
I
that's
know
another
that
way to do the
I'm only going to have 3 mana left, so it's going to be
yeah.
lesser teleport or gloves of skill, and then resonance this turn.
That's an interesting idea there. Yeah. There's some cool ideas here that I haven't actually considered myself either. Um,
The other thing that I have in here is Earthwall, and Earthwall is just not good against Siren either.
it's not, but it's useful in certain cases.
Right.
It just sucks being Hydro plus 2. In fact, there's so many Hydro plus 2s in this particular book that's like, maybe we should reconsider some of these.
Yeah. Right.
Um,
So, so I do get a shot off on Naya.
okay, yeah,
Naya puts down Hydro Trap. Right. This is going to be Hydro Trap, of course. Right. And I'm like, well, crap, I'm going to go in anyway because I got to get damage.
yeah.
So I'm going to try
Just
and
gonna
kill
go
Naya
for it. Just
here.
gonna go for it.
I got a stun off, and there's the Gravicore, right? And there's the Divine Might. So he
Yeah.
has all the tools to just kill this thing
That being said,
if I don't deal with
doing
it.
only 4, like that's only 4 damage on 7 dice. That's not horrible.
No, it's not. And it's 1 more damage. So
And so,
this is the power of Incorporeal, right?
yeah,
It's actually really good right now, which is
yeah,
great.
it's really good. It's worth the mana because they're always costed way high when you could just get deleted by Ethereal. Now, Ethereal's still pretty effective against them. It's not an automatic delete button anymore.
Right. And I think I moved in and he didn't realize that he should have done the trap. So
Yeah.
that had to happen. And I think this is a ridiculous roll. Yeah, okay, he only gets 2 damage. Yeah, he gets 6 damage because it's ethereal, right? That
Yeah.
little line at the bottom of Fire Elemental, ethereal from Hydro attacks,
Yep.
right? Now, under other circumstances, that would have been 10 damage on the Fire Elemental because of the regular
Yeah.
ethereal.
For like 4 mana.
So the change made it so that it's going to take a little bit more to kill him.
Yep.
Still, that was bad.
It's still bad, but you have an elemental mail out? No, you don't have that yet.
I do not have Elemental Mail out,
This is
and I'm
another good
realizing I've
example of
got
why
to
I
do
like to
that.
put that out
So
early. Yeah.
right. So it's coming out now, but it might be
Oh,
a
I know.
little late.
Yeah. So this is one of those reasons I put elemental mail. For me, that's the more important of the two on turn 4. Um,
Well, I think turn 4 I did the helmet.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think turn 4 it's really important to get that elemental mail out as fast as possible. Yeah, it's a mana drain, yeah, but it can keep these guys going. You've got a lot of good options with it.
So I reroll with Gloves of Skill, and I get that he's going to Siren's Call the Crocodile to get more damage out on Stormfront. And I was trying
Yep.
really hard to stun the Crocodile, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Fire Elemental
There's
is
still
doing damage.
quite a bit there. Yeah.
Stormfront is going to try and finish off Naya and fails.
But gets the stun.
Oh no, he got
Oh no,
2 damage on.
So it succeeded,
Yeah,
and it's done if you needed it, just in case. A lot of this attack the Stormfront Elemental is actually allowing you to kill the Croc too. Now that
yeah.
Water
But
Elemental is going
look
to be
what
a
just
problem. Oh
that water
no,
elemental just
but
came out, and I'm in big trouble.
yeah, but you can still knock the Croc out and have options. I think that it can still be salvageable here. And I think that
Right.
we talked about this in the other video. Right now, you talked about in the other video how you thought maybe I should just boulder and use the
Yes.
fire glyph
Right.
to
So at this point,
knock out the
I
gravicore. I think
was.
that might have been a good play.
I don't think I actually have the fire glyph right now, and I
Oh,
have
that's
10
true. You
mana,
don't.
and we haven't gotten through. Well, we have gotten through upkeep, so I do have 10 mana, but I don't have the ability to add the fire glyph because that would
Yeah.
take 11 mana and a fire glyph, right?
Yeah.
So a boulder here would only be 7 dice, but 7 dice with a reroll, and is worth, not worth. It
Yeah,
was
it's
a
hard to
hard
tell.
choice. So
Yeah, that's a tough choice.
I ended up deciding that I was gonna surging wave the crocodile, I think. Um,
Okay,
and
that's not bad.
because it has
I,
divine might on it, right? And I don't
yeah,
want it to get the
that.
2 damage on the Stormfront.
Yeah, did you transfer damage on this one?
Yeah, I don't know if I've done that yet.
I don't see it.
Let's
I just
check.
don't know if it was going to happen yet.
Right, lullaby's gone. I think I haven't transferred damage yet, but I
Okay.
will.
Yeah, because that I think transferring damage here could actually give the Stormfront Elemental another turn. It's not a guarantee, but it is a lot harder to do 4 than to do 2. So
Yeah, there it is. I transfer the damage right there.
yeah, good news, everybody. That's automated now. So
Well, I got it off the fire elemental, not off the Stormfront elemental.
oh, you went that route. Okay, I probably would have done Stormy myself.
Well, this is
Fire
worth. Yeah,
Elemental is
I
going
think
to,
that's right. I should do Stormfront elemental because fire elemental will survive another attack most likely.
and it's just honestly, it's gonna start hurting from water. I don't know that you can save
Yeah,
fire. I think
right.
Stormy might have been
So
your better long-term play.
that was a choice that I should have made that I didn't, and I'm trying to mitigate the damage, and I roll a 2
And you
on the
roll your
effect roll,
normal.
and
Sorry,
I
I
got the
made a laugh,
damage,
but I did
killed
that
it.
too.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
So if I had saved Stormfront 2 damage, right? I
yeah. Stormfront
would
actually might have survived that
Stormfront might
because
have
that's
survived
only
that,
it's only 2 damage
right?
from the. Yeah, that actually wouldn't have been bad there. Um, I do think killing the Gravicore would have also been a good idea. Now, is Gravicore burn proof or is Gravicore flame immune? I can never remember.
Gravicore is neither.
Oh, even better. It might have been worth attacking with the Fire Elemental at some point too.
True.
Just as hindsight is 2020 kind of thing. You're still not in the worst position I've ever seen. At this point, you can knock the Croc's only got what 13 health. Is that right?
Yeah, it's got 1 health left.
Yeah, you could knock
So
that
I
guy
didn't.
out.
I not only did I not get the slam, I did not get the minimal amount of damage I needed to kill it. So
Yeah. So that's unfortunate, but I do think that is a high priority target, and I think killing it now would be a good play, especially with Divine Might on it. I do think that the transfer of the Fire Elemental this time, in the context of how everything else went, was also a good choice.
yeah, no, I'm trying to save an elemental because I need them. I can't
Yeah,
resonance without one.
yeah,
So
yeah. I think you're actually still in an okay position. It's going to be tough to deal with the Water Elemental, but knock the Croc out, deal with the Water Elemental. It might have been worth trying to move in and do
so I jet streamed the croc because it had rust on it.
yeah.
So I
Yeah,
could
that's a
at
good
least
play
get a
there.
wall bash if I didn't get enough damage the first time.
Yeah. The shell I think is also probably a high priority needs to be dead soon kind of thing because that's going to put him pretty far ahead of you too if you're not careful with it.
Right.
I know you're using a lot of mana for the other stuff, so I understand that sometimes it's hard to
Yeah,
dance around
saving
that,
up
but
12 mana is really hard in this book.
it is. It's hard in a lot of books, but this one is especially tough.
So I steal the fire elemental's attack.
Yeah, I see that. You got
And
a
it
lot of
took a
burns. You
lot
just
of
didn't.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I only did 1 damage, and I believe both burns fall off, or
Ugh,
something like that.
that'd be
Yep,
brutal.
both burns
Oh
fall off.
my god, they did. Yeah, that's rough. There's not a lot you can do about that. Sometimes it just those are the way the dice go.
Right.
And since you're playing the control style right now,
Right. I'm not playing the damage, right?
what's
Because I,
on your wand?
what's on my wand? It's Arc Lightning.
Ah, interesting.
And then he
Oh my
deploys
god, and the
Leviathan.
Leviathan comes out.
And I'm just like, oh, good grief.
That's awesome. I love it. Oh man. Yeah, this is looking tough. I don't know. Arc Lightning is not my favorite spell, honestly.
No.
It's
But I
okay.
have the lightning ring, so that's why I'm
I
using it.
know. I know. It's not bad. It's just not my favorite. It's for some reason I always overlook it and I always feel weird playing it. It's a me thing. It's not the card's actually bad or anything. I don't know. The stun does seem effective, right? It's good. I don't want to knock everything. It just that's tough.
So I'm trying to get burns on the
Oh my
siren, and I
gosh.
fail to get burns on the siren
No
because
burns and
burns
no
are the
damage
only
either.
thing, yeah, the only things that I can win with right now are burns.
Yeah.
So
Was it a rust? Yeah. Rust
yeah,
is good because it gets
burns.
the water glyph going. You can heal 4. Yeah. I would personally heal 4. I don't know if you did or not, but
I think I do.
yep, you
Yeah,
did.
I,
There it
I do.
is.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
have
okay.
12 now. So I think I plan Pandemonium this turn. Oh no, I fire.
This is when you were thinking about
Lord.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 12 is a good. It's interesting. I don't know if I would Pandemonium just yet, but like I want to point out that you have 5 passive healing basically. That's that's a pretty good way to make this work. Like you've got the good setup. I think target selection at this point might have been.
So he's got Divine Protection.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd attacked the Siren yet. That's all.
Well, he's still got Rust on him.
I know. I think I would have started with the Leviathan.
Oh, Leviathan's gonna take forever, man.
No, it's not. You rust him and you start hitting him with both you and the fire elemental. You have a arc lightning. That's gonna do
The,
4
the
dice.
yeah, the Fire Elemental is not gonna survive that long.
It would have done some to it, especially because that would have been 2 attacks you'd have put into it instead of the siren. I think it would have been a better. Oh my god, those
Yeah.
dice. I mean, it didn't matter because it didn't do enough to Yeah, it didn't do enough to do really real damage, but I think it's tough to concentrate on the siren right now. But I can understand why you did, I guess. Maybe the reason I'm hesitant at this point is because of the fact that the dice have honestly been pretty low.
Yeah. Well, he's approaching half health. So we're
Yeah.
roughly the same thing. I'm trying to punish him for killing my Fire Elemental, right?
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
And this is where I think to myself, I've got 1 active glyph, right? I have 11
Is it
mana,
Earth?
or I have
Yeah.
10 mana. I have 1 active glyph. I could plan to survive 1 hit and then Pandemonium.
Yeah.
But that hit is going to come from something that rolls a ton of dice. I only have 3 health left, and it could just come from the siren. Like she could just throw a surging wave and get 5 dice and 3
The
damage.
dazes are probably going to help you out with that, though.
So I think about it, and then I think I'm just like, okay, if he survives, I'm going to drop this. If he doesn't, I'm just going to go for broke. So I get
Yeah.
my I put a Fire Shaper ring out there.
That's good.
Like an idiot. All right.
I don't know. Fire Shaper Ring always
Dissolve. So he
helps.
dissolves the wand, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't want the wand around anymore. And he's going to try and
Yep. So
attack this.
the days
The days
absolutely helped
helped.
right there.
So
Yeah.
now I'm going to use the glyph. I'm going to drop the Pandemonium.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I
Yep.
have to attack
Yep.
the guard. So that's what I do.
Yep.
And I get a couple of damage.
Scorching Heat
And
does not do critical, right? Man,
what?
rolling all normals on that. I'll just make sure Scorching Heat didn't do critical damage.
No, it doesn't do critical
Yeah.
damage. And then he's
Didn't
got
think so.
regrowth and he moves back into the sea. So now I'm like, okay, all that damage I just
So
took is
yeah,
gonna go away.
that's
Right.
because you guys both have that kind of potential. It might have been worth getting rid of the Leviathan. Or that's where I would have gone. You want to be able to concentrate on the Siren with your full power, and you have guards
has
and
power
split
now.
targets that you have. Well, not even that. I mean, even if it's just you and the fire elemental, you can't put both of those onto the siren right now.
Right.
Unless you decide to go attack spells, which you can. But you need to be in there acid balling and flame blast or fire streaming 2 turns ago.
Yeah, and divine
Or sorry, you
protection
got
is
rust. Yeah, but
divine protection is not
that one might be worth a
great for me.
dispel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not great for me.
Do you have dispels in this one? I don't know.
Oh
Some
yeah,
people don't
I
even
got a
run
spell.
dispels in their elementalist, but
That's
that one might be
foolish.
worth it. I think it's foolish too, but I mean, I can understand why you can get away with some of the other ones as well.
So now I'm just like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die, so I'm gonna kill something with me.
Yep, and then you bring it back. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's still good.
And he's like, no. He didn't know when the reanimate happened. Reanimate
Yeah.
happens at the end of the round. So he's just like, all right, I got initiative next turn, so I'll just get ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it does reanimate into the zone. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
it
never remember
has to
where
it
reanimate
has to
happens.
be in the same zone in which it died.
Yeah,
So
I
this is
always
where I
get that
get the
mixed up for
mend
some reason.
off.
Yep. I think men should be able to automate a heal, actually. I don't remember if it does
It
or
wasn't
not.
working when I did it, so I don't know what's going on
Oh,
there.
well, I'm gonna go find out now. Um,
And
yeah.
I think he drops another crocodile this turn, and I'm just like, ugh, I'm done.
Oh, I know why it doesn't work. Okay. Um, yeah. So the croc coming out, I don't know the exact answer here, but we're looking just on the field right now, not including the stuff you killed. We're looking at I count 16, 17 spell points.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
sorry,
lot.
it's you only so it's 12. Yeah, 16
12.
points.
It's 16 points. Yeah.
Yeah, on top of the 6 you've already killed, right? At least no, 9 is even more. So it's 9 points you've already killed. Using that math, it probably is worth trying to target Leviathan and Water Elemental, because if you knock those out, your power. I don't think he can keep replacing those kind of big creatures.
Right. Well,
I
at
say
this
that as
point,
if I know that for sure, but that's a pretty good bet.
and now he's got his healing magic roll out, so
Yeah,
the
that's good.
Leviathan
See,
is just
yeah,
gonna
if you put
knock him
20
away.
damage on the Leviathan, the healing magic only going to save him. If you put 4, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yep. I think I'm down to 1 rust left, and I wasn't sure if I should use it on the Croc or on the Leviathan or on the Siren. And
Dude, acid balls in school. I would start throwing those
I
things.
I do have Acid Ball and another
Yeah. Do you
wand.
have another elemental wand?
Yeah, it's coming out.
Yeah. Elemental wand, acid ball. Just start chucking them.
That's
That
what
being
I
said,
did.
like, so
Look at
we're
that.
talking about like tactics like that, but Treecko's also playing this very well. So like
Yeah, yeah.
he's doing a
No,
really good
like
job with this.
this is really good.
This
Keep
is
my
textbook how
stuff
you
protected.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how you play this kind of side, and it's kind of awesome to watch. I love it. And that Siren's Call is going to do exactly what he wants. Yeah, that's
I tried
so
to acid ball
acid ball
his.
onto the water elemental.
Yeah, because it does 2 critical damage every
Oh,
time.
right, it's not acid immune. I don't know why I thought it was. I always think it is for some reason. That's a good call. Never mind.
And he's gonna put the shrine out here so that he can heal his creatures even more.
Can it heal the water elemental?
No,
It cannot,
just
can it?
living creatures.
Cool. So at least that's good. Knock out the water elemental, and you might be able to keep your fire elemental alive.
And I lesser teleport him back out of there so the water elemental can't get him.
Yeah, the days might have saved him too. But
Maybe.
okay, so the acid ball on the water elemental is an interesting idea. I don't know if it'll be enough fast enough, but it's an interesting idea still.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I lose that wand instantly this next turn.
How many dissolves has he run so far?
I don't know.
I'm just curious.
2.
2? Yeah, he's probably got another one, but
Yeah.
it's a siren. They get him cheap.
Um, and what do I? Oh, that's Treecko. I haven't used any destruction spells really. And yeah, maybe killing the shell or the regrowth belt or something would have been something I should have done. But I was just like, I need to, now I have to do the long game and kill his creatures off somehow, and that's all I can do. And it just doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Spoiler alert.
it's all right though.
Not that we didn't spoil this during the tactics video.
Right. But I mean, like now we get to see it, so.
But yeah, I think losing Stormfront Elemental was the critical moment in this game. That if I had, well, among other critical moments. Yep, there goes the
Yeah.
wand.
Yeah.
Iron Golem out earlier maybe would have been a good idea, and I'm just like, nope, none of that.
I don't know. It's a learning experience, but that's okay.
So I took this turn to kind of reset and let everything happen, which unfortunately lets him get another creature out.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The wall's an interesting thing. The issue with it is it gives him time to also drop more things out. Granted, they're going to be small things like snakes, I think, at this point, because I don't. Just
You
doing
don't,
quick math like we
yeah.
did a minute ago, I don't know how he keeps up the bigger creatures. So if you can start knocking those out, you've got potentially more dice with stronger creatures. I don't know how many. Actually, you may be out of creatures, but I think I have one or two more than you do. But you can leverage that, right? You can still keep up with those, I think.
I think I pass here. No, I don't. No, I do. I don't know what to do here. That's basically what happens. Yeah, I pass. Yep, there's the Siren's Call. A lot of thinking at the end of the game. So I go in there and try and punch with the Iron Golem's attack, and of course I roll 4 blanks.
Yeah.
And it's going to push me in a direction, I think. This is where I just start getting 1 damage.
Yep. It's you're just getting overwhelmed, I think, at this point with too many
Yeah, he's got a lot of dice on the field, and there's not much
yeah,
I can do about it.
there's a lot of dice here. It's
And yeah,
tough.
there goes.
All did one. He's not dead yet.
Yeah.
I think because the Siren was able to make you change your targets multiple times.
Yep. Yep. He
The
did a
Siren was
really
able
good
to
job with that.
then, yeah, he was able to then heal each pocket of damage, right? So the Siren's now back down to 0. The Leviathan's back down to 0. There's a new Croc on the field, and Water Elemental's only got 7 on him.
Yep.
I think in this case, it's possible to have focused one of them down and then picked another one. And my choice personally would be focus Water Elemental, focus Siren or Leviathan. If you do that, I think you can come out of that with still some of the power left, either Iron Golem or Fire Elemental, and have at least a fighting chance against what's left. Because I don't think the Siren can beat, not can, but I think you can beat the Siren one-on-one. if you can get it to that point. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
What were you hoping to do with the meltdown? Just curiosity.
Just damage.
Just damage. Okay.
Or
Yeah.
see if he was going to get rid of any armor. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Like, he got rid of the shell, but he
Yeah,
didn't
because
need it
I bet he's
anymore.
not creatures. Like we were saying earlier,
I also have
based on
extra
that
armor
math.
on right now.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't do any
oh
good when
no,
you roll
I'm
6 crits.
grappled. Never mind.
Yeah, well, you roll 6
And
crits,
then
but yeah.
and then I've got Ring of Fire here.
I love the way this works now. It's a lot easier to tell what's going on.
Yeah, this is really good. I pulled a burn
See,
off
okay,
of
so you
the.
got, yeah, you
So
got that
Iron
thing.
Golem is burn proof, and you got a burn. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, that it doesn't care right now.
And that was a huge hit. And a wall bash.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a rough one there too. But the Ring of Fire was pretty good.
Yeah,
I just
it's
think
pretty good.
it's fucked that your what I would consider to be main target was not in the zone at the same time.
Yeah.
Because Water Elemental is half dead. If you continue to beat on it, it's going to collapse at some point. And he can't replace it or heal it. So it's that would be target one for me. And then I would focus fire the Leviathan down as fast as you can with as much power as you can, even if it's inefficient. Because once that's down, you can handle a croc and a snake.
Yeah. I mean, at this
And
point, I
yeah,
think I focused on the mage, and it just was not going to work because he was at 3 out of
right.
28.
Yeah,
So,
he's got enough mitigation still that unless it's unless he can't find any way to deflect any of the damage, he's gonna have a pretty easy time doing this. Oof, rusted back. Yeah, such a well played. I love the way the Siren plays. It's very tough. I just didn't even use a tsunami or anything, right?
no,
Yeah,
no. In
Siren's
fact,
nasty right now.
I'm not even sure Tsunami is that great
It's
in
okay.
general.
It's got its moments where it's pretty good. I don't think it would have been great against this book though. It might have been interesting when both the elementals, the two big ones, were in the same zone earlier.
Yeah, might have been. But
Because fire elemental's
it
almost
doesn't hit the
guaranteed to
flying one.
move. Yeah.
I guess he has
Well, it would
Gravicore
with
now,
Gravicore.
yeah.
So it would hit for the first two.
Yep, that's true. And they could
And
Siren's
yeah,
Call
it's
it
not
back in.
ethereal, but yeah, exactly. It's not ethereal, but it does mess with the way that particular elemental works. So
So I get 2 armor using the glyph,
yeah.
so I'm not at 0 anymore.
Yeah, corrodes are tough there. Well, you wouldn't have been at 0. Oh, he's got rust. Duh. Never mind. Sorry. One of the things I really like in an elementalist is neutralizing mist because it also gives you a glyph.
And that just kills everything.
Yep. Yep. It was worth a shot, I think. Yeah, just stuff to learn from this one. I think target selection is actually what did you in here. The opening actually still ended up being fairly strong. I do think Iron Golem early instead of Fire Elemental would have been a better play.
That might have let me move over and dissolve the shell, honestly.
Yeah, it would have saved you some mana. You'd have been able to do that. And dissolve the shell actually would be slightly cheaper in the rebate arena because of the amulet.
Yeah, it's true.
So just considerations for future on that one though. I still like how it played. I think it was actually for it being a bad matchup, it actually played pretty well. I think.
Yeah, it wasn't as awful as I felt playing the game.
Yeah.
Looking back at it, but it
Oh,
really
it always
felt
feels bad in the
awful
moment.
playing this game.
It always
Man,
feels bad in the moment, right? 2 burns going away
yeah.
on the snapper early. It's like, oh no, put you in a bad mental spot there
hmm
sometimes.
And
Yeah.
I've noticed that I do this sometimes. Is I'm not looking at the opponent's mana, and I
Ah,
need to do that more often.
that is something that
So
yeah, it can help because it can help at least give you an idea of where you might be safe to do certain things.
right, right. So
Or it can tell you that a big water elemental is coming off the shell.
hmm or a
So
Leviathan or something. something terrible.
Yeah, pretty
But
much.
yeah, that was a league game. Congratulations to Treecko for that one. Played that
Yeah, Group
Siren
A's got
really
a
well.
got a fun grouping at the top there. Do we have the
So
thing on hand? There's like
I
Treecko and
don't have
Jason
it
at
with me.
4-1. You're at 3-2, and then there's Devil Soprano who could be up to 4-1 once he gets a few games in. Like it's a pretty good cluster at the top of that group. It's gonna be fun to see how that plays out.
Yeah, too bad I've lost to both of the 4-1s. Oh no, I didn't lose to Jason. I'm the one on
See,
Jason.
it's all right. You got plenty of time. They got time to lose a game still.
Oh, I got time to lose more games too. It's fine.
That's fair. Hey, anything else you want to cover on this one?
No, just the Firestorm Elementalist is something we've been messing with recently. So
Yep, developing it. So if you haven't watched the development video, go ahead and go over and check that out and let us know what you think. And then if you have cool ideas on how to do that or what to do with it, please drop us a line.
and every time I play one of these and every time I review one of these, I just like, oh, I need to put that in the book. What am I going to take
Oh,
out?
I have my book
So,
open on my other screen because I forgot about it.
so
Oh man,
yeah, things might not always be there.
yeah.
But anyway, that's the game. Keep watching those league matches to find all these amazing players and their cool ideas.
Yep. And we'll
You
see
know.
you guys later.